going to come out. So what happens is, any of y'all ever smoke weed?
Yes.
Okay. When you smoke weed, if you're not careful and you smoke with people you may not know, they can lace that weed with something, right? And even if they lace it with it just a little bit, and the dominant ingredients in there is weed or marijuana or whatever you want to call it, no matter what, you're going to have effects from the weed and whatever it was laced with. That's the same thing with negative thoughts and negative words. No matter how positive the words I'm attempting to speak now, if my positive words are laced with negativity, they're laced with ill will towards man or ill will towards myself, or they're laced with my judgmental mindset. No matter how much I speak, that which is laced with it is also going to have effect on those that are hearing it. So we have to be careful what we're lacing. And we have to be careful who we're allowing to roll up. When I'm talking about roll up, I'm talking about roll up our speech, roll up our thought process, roll those things up. Let's be careful who we're smoking with. I think we'll get it from that perspective. Be careful who we're smoking with. I'm not talking about actually smoking, so you cannot go out here and say, well, Apostle Cliff said, I just got to be careful who I'm smoking with. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying smoking from a presentation. I'm just using it as an analogy. So, Candy, don't go out there and try to say that I said it was okay as long as you smoke with the right people. That's not what I'm saying. The next one is, I think we said negative complaining. We talked about complaining, and nobody wants to hear somebody that always complains. No matter what, God could bless them. They could have one problem, and God give them 10 blessings, and they're going to complain about that one problem that they had, because that one problem to them means more than those 10 blessings. That affects your communication, y'all. Excuses. Somebody who always makes excuses for what they did. You did it. Take responsibility for it. Deal with the consequences from it. Move on from it. Do not make excuses for the things that you've done. When I was young, I used to make a lot of excuses. I did. Now, I will take responsibility for my actions. But when I was younger, I'd make excuses. You know, I did this because my dad wasn't here. It was programmed in me because people said it. So when people said it, I said, oh, okay, this is good. Because I was manipulative. I was very manipulative. I was. I don't front about that, I don't lie about that. I was very manipulative. So what I did was, whatever label people put on me, I used as my advantage. Well, my dad wasn't there. Well, see, I keep making these bad decisions because my dad wasn't there. I forgot all about all of those that stepped in that role that set great examples for me because my dad wasn't there. So I used that as an excuse until that got old to me. Not got old to everybody else. It has to get old to you, and you'll stop making excuses and realize you have to mature enough to take responsibility for what you've done. And you can't, even when you've done something, you can't lay in it. You can't lay in what you've done. You can't lay in it. You gotta deal what you gotta deal with. Be frustrated with yourself, but get yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right back into the battle. And that's not taking light what you did, but it's realizing I can progress past what I did.